Similar to the Alpha, the Sigma is thought to have a high rank by others. There are a few notable differences between Sigma and Alpha males, though. Alphas and Sigmas do, however, have certain traits in common. Let's look at some of the traits that Sigma guys and Alpha males have, as well as some of the ways that they vary. Men who are Alpha and Sigma share the following characteristics. There is a high level of confidence, shown to have leadership potential and outstanding intelligence by others. Sigma males have the potential to advance toward being Alpha males if they so choose. They surely possess the required qualities. But for the majority, living a life of privilege is just too seductive to resist. Male Sigmas are not interested in playing the Alpha. They don't want to have a position of authority in a situation where he is highly regarded. The main distinction between Sigmas and Alphas is that Sigma does not need to maintain any form of appearance. More comfortable with long periods of solitude, there's no need to move up any social ladder. Much more independent, excellent at listening to others' opinions. Does not actively seek out many pals. Sigmas carefully pick a few pals. They aren't interested in establishing and upholding tribal ties. Sigma exhibits independent and free thinking. Even though the distinctions are rather clear, they are nonetheless intriguing. These characteristics and symptoms may help you identify whether you are a Sigma male or not. Let's get to work. You do not comply. We start with clearly one of the key traits that all Sigma males have in common. Instead of going along with the crowd, they would rather behave according to their values. A Sigma won't be observed obediently obeying a superior or taking routine orders. One other benefit is that Sigmas don't go with the flow. Instead, they typically use the opposite strategy and make their decisions solely based on their genuine impressions. No external forces will influence Sigma's choice. They remain steadfast in their fundamental principles and convictions. The bottom line is that a Sigma won't choose a course of action or stick with a plan just because their friends or family demand it of them. You are self-reliant. Self-reliance is one of the Sigma's strongest traits. Sigmas enjoy exploring on their own and frequently travel the world or stay alone in different countries for weeks at a time. They are very comfortable in all of these situations or places and can adapt to them. They receive no food. Nobody offers them money. They are autonomous men. They always go get what they need and don't yield to anyone. You are fair to everyone. Generally speaking, Sigma guys get along with people from all social classes. They are sincere in their dealings with them regardless of where the other people fall on the social scale. Unlike Alpha males who want to establish dominance or demand things from others, Sigmas are happy to treat everyone as an equal. Adaptable. Being independent goes hand in hand with this one. A Sigma is capable of quickly adapting to unfamiliar circumstances and finding comfort. He can effortlessly adapt to any scenario or group of people and participate in the conversation or situation. In this instance, an Alpha is different. Being put in social situations makes him uncomfortable, especially when those situations involve people whom he might see as being a threat. Therefore, if a Sigma finds himself at a table with a variety of personalities, he may easily avoid it. An Alpha, too. Not really. You feel at ease being alone. Even though the phrase lone wolf is frequently used to describe Sigma males, it's frequently used incorrectly. A Sigma can only be considered a lone wolf if he is completely at ease in his own company wherever he may be. I truly believe that more men need to master this talent. Being entirely at ease in your own company is a wonderful talent that allows you and your mind to have some quiet time. You are being conscious of oneself. Sigmas have grown far more self-conscious and aware of what they want out of life as a result of their choice to reject the roles that would have been expected of them under a typical hierarchy. Sigmas have a clear understanding of their strengths, weaknesses, and career goals. They are quick to self-correct if anything goes wrong. Their great level of self-awareness is the reason behind this. You have a small, intimate social networks. Instead of socializing with wider groups of people, Sigma guys prefer to have a small group of buddies they can trust implicitly. Typically, their pals share their perspectives on life. This is not because they are antisocial, rather, they merely like to hang out with a small group of people. You stay away from attention. A Sigma dude never needs to pay attention. To better monitor and listen to any given circumstance, Sigmas frequently blend in and move into the background. You are not motivated by external validation. Sigmas don't seek praise or recognition for their accomplishments. This may occur at work or just generally in life. They don't want the spotlight on them. One might even say that Sigma guys aspire to oblivion. They don't perform a task to be praised or criticized for it. They don't go to other parts of the world just so they can boast about it. The way that Sigmas live their life is up to them. You are quiet. Given the information above, this characteristic of a Sigma guy is unquestionably expected. Sigmas tend to be a little more reserved when speaking because they prefer to take a back seat, listen, and watch. This isn't a result of their social awkwardness or shyness. It has more to do with the fact that they prefer to talk after giving it some serious thought. You have personal priority. Although it could initially appear to be self-centered, this isn't the case. A Sigma male will put forth a lot of effort to accomplish his particular ambitions and goals. While an Alpha does have goals and aspirations, he frequently puts the highly esteemed members of his social circle before himself. A Sigma only wants to be left alone so that he can pursue his goals. They don't give a damn about what other people think of them. They merely want to see him succeed in whatever goals he sets. You are not envious. In a recent piece on women dating Sigma guys, the subject of jealousy was up. Sigma men are typically not the jealous sort. This is attributable to the fact that they trust their judgment and relish their alone time. A Sigma male will respect his partner's space since he values it as well. For a variety of reasons, Sigma guys appeal to women in general. As you now know after reading this post, a Sigma guy is a self-assured, at ease, and independent man who requires absolutely no outside validation. This implies that he is likewise ready to leave conditions that he doesn't want or need. This is quite alluring to women on its own. Females want independent, self-assured men, and this exhibits both of those qualities. Additionally, Sigmas are not needy, clingy, or jealous. Their appealing qualities stand on their own. Sigma is also a little enigmatic on top of everything else. Women also enjoy this. You frequently live alone. Contrary to popular belief, Sigma men do not dislike social interaction. Instead, it implies that individuals frequently do not require others to enjoy themselves. On the other hand, they are also capable of being amiable and cordial with those they admire. You're adaptable. Sigma males can adapt to most situations, in contrast to Alpha or Beta males who are more inflexible about their personalities and preferred environments. They can function well in a variety of social settings, team setups, and even environments outside of their comfort zones. You are who you are, no matter who is looking. Sigma males tend to be themselves no matter who is around, unlike other people who may want to be around others or present a certain image to society. It is a surprising quality that they will essentially be the same person around others as they are alone. You can act as a leader without using force. Alpha guys come to mind when we think about leaders. Although they have different leadership styles, Sigma guys are nonetheless effective leaders. Instead of asserting their control or authority, they would rather lead by example or through mutual dialogue. With a balanced approach to leadership, Sigmas will accomplish what has to be done. You have a keen ear. Because they recognize the benefits of maintaining silence and showing respect when others talk, Sigma guys typically have outstanding listening skills. Since they prioritize the quality of the substance over the loudness, they listen attentively and speak only when necessary. You have a sense of self. While this may be the case with Beta guys, it frequently appears as a result of insecurity. When we say that Sigma men are self-conscious, we mean that they are aware of both their strengths and their weaknesses. Self-awareness enables people to self-repair when they make mistakes so they don't repeat them. Your moral code is murky. Sigma men have a propensity for seeing right and wrong in complicated situations. In this aspect, rather than passing instant judgment on a group of people, they can have sympathy for them. They become more analytical thinkers who consider all sides of a situation before concluding. Your social skills are rusty. Since they rarely experience emotional emotions and are forthright in their communication, Sigma males can come out as a little rude or indifferent. While some would consider this impolite, it is a result of their keen listening skills. They don't use flattery or fancy language to hide their true intentions. You make future decisions. Sigma males succeed or fail on their terms, unlike alphas who thrive in high-functioning environments, and betas who flourish in passive, low-stress ones. They are less constrained by their society or environment since they realize they are in charge of their fortunes. They accept responsibility for their choices and the results. You typically have tiny, close-knit social networks. Sigma men don't feel the need to impress large gatherings of people or have a large social network. Instead, they favor having a smaller group of pals they can rely on and who think as they do. Although it can seem antisocial, they are not. The ability of Sigma males gives them a force to be reckoned with in terms of the status quo. They can be cynical and jaded, or they can be indignant protectors of what they feel to be right or wrong. The morally dubious places where most Sigma males ultimately land. They typically have the self-awareness and intelligence to see when some elements of the system fail to make sense. Therefore, they don't demand the full respect that society usually accords them.